welcome to, I guess, the first episode of Devil's Advocate, where I basically review things that are stated to be bad and look for the merits of them. And for the first episode, I've decided to do No Man's Sky. Now, I don't know how to start this review type thing without just ripping off the bandage straight off. I understand that this game pisses people off, but I kind of enjoy it. I know, send me your seething rage in the comments, but hear me out. This game has its merits. Placing your anger at the developers aside for just a second, you may see an average space game that's freeform enough to be interesting, at least mildly so. Like those survival buildy crafty games like 7 Days to Die and etc, etc, etc. Since the market is so desaturated with those games, you could just say survival-y buildy crafty and people can already think of 70 games. And this is especially interesting on consoles since we don't have a lot of space games that just allow you to go anywhere at almost any time with obvious survival-y buildy crafty limitations. First things first, let's talk about the shitty hype train. Yes, one of the developers hinted at a bunch of fantastic features that haven't yet appeared in game. You already know the list since this was basically the biggest hatred train since Hatred. That game also really wasn't worth the hate. I should probably talk about that one day, but one thing at a time. You've all seen the Dumb as Hell news title. The only one that everyone used ever, because everyone thinks they're creative in the fact that they made the crappy pun, No Man's Lie. Everyone is creative and unique in the exact same way. Speaking of that list, most of the stuff on it still aren't here. Even with a few updates the game had, introducing new mechanics and stuff, we still don't have things like multiplayer, which is kind of weird. I mean, you can see the planets they named. That's less multiplayer and more acknowledging the fact that multiple people are playing the same game at the same time. Another negative I really wanted to mention was that even fans of the game can acknowledge the lifeless, dead planets you spend exploring, which that was the most obvious lie due to the fact that when you watch the trailers, the planets look beautiful and varied, and you see a bunch of amazing big old animals and stuff, and you don't really see that in this game. Speaking of animals, they have randomly generated abominations they call animals that basically look like what would happen if you played Spore and you took your mouse and you slammed it on your keyboard and you rubbed it all around and you kept doing that until the game said, yeah, you can use this creature in the game. It is now bipedal enough to move. If anything, that looks better than what you get when you find an animal in No Man's Lie. Ha! You see, I'm creative. I made a pun based off of the name of the thing and then the thing that the developer did. But the reason I enjoy this game, other than puns based off of the game's name and the thing the developer did, is my just simple childish love of space. I fucking love space. And this game allows me to just fly through space. No matter how shit the game around the space motif is, I still enjoy just flying through the inky blackness of space. The enjoyment of flying past massive multicolored planets and finding small-scale space battles between raiders and traders attempting to protect their supplies and destroy the ship's cargo to obtain stuff that the traders have, role-playing as a trader myself and joining the fight to steal loot and sell it on the black market, or being a beacon of light, saving those who need my help, like a true hero. True hero, living in his mother's basement, calling it in his office. Like a true hero. Florida doesn't have basements, what am I talking about? Anyways, building my ship up to protect myself from those trying to steal my own cargo, or choosing to build technology that allows faster interstellar travel to see the kind of lifeless and disappointing sights faster and explore farther. I enjoy this game out of the simple enjoyment of space. And until Elite Dangerous releases on the PS4, this is all we have. until we have a real space game, we have to take what we can get. For those on PC, you have a million other alternatives that are worth 10 times more. If you find a copy of this game in the bargain bin for like $1, grab it. Don't buy it new. Don't grab it for full price, because even after all the updates, it's definitely not worth the price. I know this show, I just told you the idea of it was supposed to be, defending shitty games, basically. Finding the good in the bad. The silver lining, if you will, but it's not good. It's kind of disappointingly bad. And I know I just spent a minute saying I enjoy it because space is so beautiful. The story of why I love space. It's a really good idea to start your new show referencing another YouTuber. Anyways, for the full price, you know what would be better than buying No Man's Sky? Just buy those glow-in-the-dark stars, put them up on your ceiling, and pretend to be in space with that. It'll be a much more interesting, immersive experience, and doesn't lie to you. You get space stars, and not multiplayer. When are we gonna be able to explore space with friends, guys? Come on, Hello Games, please. More No Man's Sky updates. This review is actually killing me right now. Oh my goodness. So, that's my verdict on this game. It is as bad as people say. This review is actually somehow killing me. So, I hope to see you guys in the next episode of Devil's Advocate, where I will be reviewing 7 Days to Die. No, I'll be reviewing Battleborn. There's a stack of games right below me, right up where my desk is. I just read that, and for some reason I wanted to read Battleborn, but I read 7 Days to Die. Don't ask why I have 7 Days to Die, by the way. It's a gift. Yeah, that's a good excuse.